Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Graphic Word Podcast, here to connect nerd culture to faith and leveling up our lives as we go about it. Thanks for tuning in, and here's what we have in store for you today. Goku's Radical Love. We recently lost an absolute legend. I don't know that there's ever been a more influential TV show in existence than Dragon Ball Z. When news broke of Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama's passing, social media blew up with fan art, tributes, and heartfelt goodbyes. From his iconic artwork to his epic storytelling, Toriyama-san blended action, comedy, and drama together for titanic battles with high stakes and even higher power levels, over 9,000. Throughout Dragon Ball, there's tons of thought-provoking topics to delve into. Gods, aliens, death, and resurrection. Spending 30 minutes staring someone down screaming at the top of your lungs. But one thing about the show stands out to me as a poignant example of a principle many of us would find very challenging. Goku is a sometimes overeager fighter with a heart of gold. As such, he squares off with all manner of colorful, disreputable, and outright malevolent foes. Yet from the likes of Yamcha, Oolong, and Tien Shenhen, to his climactic showdowns with Piccolo, Androids 17 and 18, Boo, Beerus, and of course the grumpiest of boys, Vegeta, one interesting trend starts to emerge. Every single one of the characters I just mentioned began as an antagonist to our plucky, wild-haired martial artist. And every single one would eventually come to call him ally, even friend. We constantly see Goku extend a hand of mercy and friendship to those who, just moments before, were fighting with everything they had to try and kill him. Goku even brings Frieza, arguably his greatest enemy of all, back from the dead to fight by his side. In the Bible, God calls his people to a radical kind of love that most would find unthinkable. Of course, we're supposed to love our family, our friends, even our neighbors. But Jesus takes things a step further. He calls us to show love even to those people we would consider our enemies. Just read Matthew chapter 5, verses 43 to 47. People who hate us, mistreat us, stand in opposition to everything we are and hold dear. And yet, here we are, being called to love them. Ridiculous. But think about the love that God shows us. God hates sin. Sin is completely, totally, and utterly antithetical to who he is at his very core. It's an affront to his very nature. He cannot tolerate sin in his presence, and there is nothing he hates more. And we humans are just positively riddled with sin. It's at the root of each of our hearts. But God shows his love for us in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. And that's in Romans chapter 5, verse 8. So, who are the people in your own life that could be considered your enemies? Maybe think of just one in particular. What's something you could do this week to show love to them, even if they don't deserve it? It'll be tough, but you never know. Maybe like Goku, you'll gain a new friend along the way. Hey there. If you are a fan of the content that's been brought to you in this episode, you'll definitely want to check out our social media connections. That's on Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Just go to @GWNerds and you'll be able to find all the stuff that we've been doing lately and all the fun stuff that we get to be a part of. But if you want to even deeper dive, you should join our Discord community. And you can do that by going to discord.io/GWNerdsUnite and be a part of what we're doing. Interact with us, chat with us on live for our video game nights, for our Bible study nights, or even just to connect with fellow gamers, nerds, and what interests you. And if we want to take it even a step further, if you've got some ideas of, what would be cool topics to bring up down the road, or have some questions on how your nerdum might connect to faith, we'd love to have your input there on our Discord channel too, to be able to create the content for you guys, because this is what we're here for, to invest in nerds, to grow and level up together, but being able to grow in our faith and level up too. So thank you again for listening. Hope you are having a wonderful day.